sitting here, you know, good start to the season. A lot of people are putting it down to the new coach, new manager, whatever you want to call him. What do you think his impact's been, Tony?
It's been huge, hasn't it? You know, absolutely. And I think when I heard he was coming, I'm thinking, okay, this could go two ways. Yeah. It could go very, very good, or not so good, because he's managed at the very highest level. He's managed international teams. And so suddenly come to the championship, I'm thinking, wow, he's got a lot to learn. But then I think when we start to learn about him, he knows more than us. I mean, he would have studied every single game. So he's been, absolutely impressive.
Yeah, plus the way he goes about things, you know, very strict disciplinarian, keeps players on their toes. Not afraid to make substitutions very early in a game if he sees things going wrong, Ben.
No, and I think going back to his reputation, he's always starting on the front foot, because I think it's been a while since we've had that type of manager, that type of head coach who's got the authority, where the players ultimately respect him as soon as he walks through the door. And they're not going to question his substitutions earlier on, because they know through his background, through what he's trying to achieve, through his methods, that the players trust him. So if he wants to change after 20 minutes, so be it. I think in the past, often we've all been as players where if you get subbed after 20 minutes, dummies might be spat out, Todd might spat out the pram and everything, but because they trust him, buy into what he's done 100%, I think it's fantastic. And the positive thing for me is always learning about the championship. He held his hand up against Birmingham. That was my fault. So yeah, he's got a fantastic record, but himself is learning as well. So quickly learns about the championship, the better for us going forward.
And as Tony was mentioning there, you know, he comes with a big reputation, you know. And when the club first approached him, he got videos sent out, made his mind up watching videos, what players he wanted at the club and what players he didn't want at the club. And he seems to have a great belief in his ability to get the best out of players. I mean, we've seen players playing this season. I mean, I think the boy Click is a perfect example. You know, never had a lot of opportunity last season, but why? You wonder why. Because when you look at him this season, he's been terrific in midfield, box to box, scores goals, and he is getting the best out of what the players can produce, I think.
I think the nice thing is he's a manager that's managing. And that you have so many managers that come into new clubs and think, I need to get my players in and do this, that and the other. I think what he did, clearly he looked at some weaknesses we had, said the areas we need to kind of strengthen, but got rid of a load of the players that we think, you know, they're not kind of good enough. But also he's a manager that has seen it and done it and doesn't need to be successful in this job. I think a lot of the other ones that come here are looking after themselves as well, in that they're trying to...
Well, a lot of them, Tony, to be fair to them, are young managers as well, trying to make a name in the game.
And it was that. You come to Leeds, and with obviously where we are as a club, where we are as a team, and you get a hockey day or whatever coming, you've got no chance. But when Beilsa comes, he do it his way. He has that much belief in what he's doing, and you get on with it or you don't. Which way you jump on it?
His reputation, Tony, you know, as soon as he walks through the door, you know, he commands respect. Now, from the other point of view, he rules with an iron fist. Now, you know yourself as well, when you're in football and the regime is tough, you've got to get results.
Straight away?
Right away.
And he's
done it.
And that's the big thing.
And that's why I think he's got everybody, as you say, Ben, they're all singing for the same hymn sheet. You know, they know it's tough, they know it's difficult, long hours, but they're getting shorter now, the training sessions, I say. You know, because of 4 hours.
Yeah, but also I think the difference is, I'm sure when I played, is that we're an absolute team together, and everyone had to do the same thing. Doesn't matter what your name was, you know. But as the player power, I suppose, has changed, as the game's moved on, players are powerful. They can certainly destabilise a club, whereas I think here now, he's come in, doesn't matter what your name is, if you do well, you're in, if you do bad, you're out. If you're not fit enough, you're out. So you've seen that in some of his team selections, which I think is, for me, the best thing, because certainly when I play, it doesn't matter, if anyone made a mistake, you get dug out. If the manager didn't do it, your teammates would do it, and your team would be the same thing. I don't think it's been quite the same here the last 1 or 2 years.
I think also, like, you look at the signings he's made at Bamford, for example. Everyone thought spending loads of money on a player like Bamford, he'll come straight into the side. He hasn't. Unfortunately, he's picked up an injury, but even prior to that, he worked with Ruth throughout pre-season, and he's given him a world of confidence by saying, look, you're my number one striker at the moment, go out and produce. And ultimately he's producing. And you could say about a number of players, because ultimately, like you said, it's the same base of players, squad of players from last year.
I think
and he's worked hard.
You've got to produce for him, though.
Well, yeah.
You have got to produce.
You mentioned Click. He's the biggest one for me.
Yes.
I saw him pre-season. I did 2 or 3 of the pre-season games, and my goodness, what an attitude he came back with. He looked fit. He's flying around, and of course he was in the second 11 supposedly, but he looked tremendous, absolutely tremendous. And in the Las Palmas game, he came on, did fantastic. Vieira left, and suddenly he's in and playing well.
I think that's the thing about the players at the football club just now. I think they believe if they perform, they'll be in the side. If they don't perform, I mean, there was one game this season where they took Calvin Phillips off very early in the game. And Calvin come off and he says, I wasn't playing well. And that's the thing that impresses me about the manager. If he sees something, he does it quickly. But in saying that, I don't think he listens to too many people outside his little group, because I think he's such a strong character. What he says goes, and I think that includes his staff as well.